Yo, what's up? It's your boy Jay Thrash back with another one, Talking with Power. Good to see y'all, man. Do you ever get to talk to your parents about how they raised you?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know.
Do you ever get to open up about things that may have happened in the past that made you feel away? Did you ever get to unpack or unravel those emotions? It's a fair question in my opinion.
That's fair.
We got a couple videos here, some parents who probably were on the receiving end of some of these conversations, and it might not have went too well, and they're giving their perspectives on their children and just how they feel, and I'd just rather you see the clip. So before we get to it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I appreciate y'all coming to the channel. I'm gonna keep these videos pumping. It's up to the stuck. You already know.
I like this guy.
Roll the clip.
I have 3 adult children and 2 aren't talking to me. And do I give a damn? Of course I care, but I'm not gonna feed into their bullshit. This creator asked the question why, and then another creator stitched her video and it was like, okay, well, I did this and I'm one of those kids and I walked away. Well, from my parents because they had trauma. Well, I look at it this way. They are basically saying that during our lifetime, that when their life overlapped with ours, that we should have provided them with a trauma-free, wonderful, perfect life.
No.
And I look at
No, that's not what we're saying. Because I'm a millennial too. That's not what we're saying. I think when we bring these topics up, I think we're looking for you to take accountability, and I think a lot of parents don't.
I have grace and empathy because she came up in a time where just certain things weren't available. I know that during my childhood, she battled depression. And these kids that look at our life and look at our timeline, who expect our timelines to be trauma-free so they can be individuals, they're not dealing in reality.
No, see, yes and no, but in reality, you have to tell your children what you were going through. Not every mom is telling their kids that they went through depression. It's easy just to be like, oh, they're not living their reality, but their reality is what you have created for them. Just like how she's saying, nobody's perfect, right? So you got to understand what you have brought upon your children too and take accountability for that. That's the only way that you're going to be able to progress in y'all's relationship.
Not dealing with real adulthood, because real adulthood is being able to look at somebody else and have grace and empathy.
See, but in order to have that grace and empathy, you have to first take some type of accountability. You can't just expect somebody, especially somebody that you have a relationship with in whatever facet, and things have transpired between. You can't just expect them to automatically look at you and be like, oh yeah, well, I understand. That's not how, that's not living in reality. Reality is there's a lot of things in between there that have transpired to have these feelings be brought upon however they are being displayed. That's the reality. And that's a problem for a lot of parents. They don't like to take that accountability for, like me and my mom have went through that. We closer than close. But we had a time where we had to, got to unpack the stuff that we done been through in our lives, and it made us better. And that empathy and grace that this woman is talking about is the very grace and empathy I was able to give my mom once we were able to speak to each other, communicate, and I was actually able to hear what she was going through at the time. And then I could think about times where I was like, dang, you know what? Oh, that's why you was acting like this, and this is what was going on then. I can pinpoint certain things because now we've talked about it. But if you never get that level of communication with your parents or your children, or you never try to or never want to, and you just coated with dealing with their BS, you kind of just throwing off the emotional side of dealing with whatever you may have caused. And I don't think that's right. And that's something I don't try to do with my son, because I have him. I don't want to do that with him. Neither one of my sons, I don't want to do that with him, but especially with the one that lives with me, I don't want to do that with him. Should be able to express and see that I'm open to hearing what's going on with him. And that's just what it is. And I think even now, my son, he's young, but he got empathy and compassion for me and love me too. And I think, if I was closed off and stuff, maybe it might not be like that, even at this young age. Who knows?
These grown kids.
Damn.
You know what I have learned on my journey of these grown kids? kids, they don't give a fuck about what you go through or your emotions. They don't care if your feelings are hurt and you are going through pain. They don't give a fuck. Now, somebody else can be going through the same you going through, and they will find sympathy for them, but not you. Oh, not you. Not the mother who had them. Oh, they won't find sympathy for you, but they will have a heart of sorrow for somebody else in the bullshit that they are going through. I refuse to allow some disrespectful, uncaring, fucked up kids, grown kids, to disturb my peace. I will not allow them to disturb my peace. I am deprogramming myself. I do not want to be around them. They don't have to be around me. But one thing I'm not going to do is be a second chance. See, God gives second chances. I don't. I'm done.
And you could tell she meant that with her whole heart. As a son to a loving mother, I gotta just say, it gotta be something with the way you raise your kids too. Because that's not every kid out here. At what point do you take accountability for maybe how you raised your kids?
That's a good question.
Me and my mom had a little time when we was going through something, but you know what we was able to do to get past that? Take accountability for what we brought to each other. It doesn't sound like this mother is taking any accountability for any type of trauma or any traumatic experiences that she might have gave her children growing up, because that is a real thing. Just to have this much energy about your children that you created, it just screams, it's more to meet the eye here, if you ask me. And this is a reason why her comments is turned off. It's a reason.
See, like that, you can't, that's weird. That is Archie Bunker. I'm sorry, that's nasty work, man. Like, what?
Because you know that that's an unpopular opinion, and you know that some people is going to be in the comments telling you about yourself and holding you accountable for the things that you might have been doing to your kids growing up. Now, nobody's saying you did or didn't, but no parent is perfect. So you can't be void of no accountability. But it just tells you a lot when the comments are disabled. But you let me know what you think about this, though, in the comments. I don't know. I can't agree with this. And you would think that out of anybody in the world, right? You would think that anybody in the world, your mom would give you a second chance. A second chance? Like, I can understand a fourth, fifth, even then, you know, but a second chance? Yeah, you're not God, and God does forgive. God also made you, though, and you made your sons, your daughters. The same way he can give you a chance, you gotta grant that same forgiveness and chance to your kids. Why not? You can speak about God so much, but what if God treated you the same way you treat your kids? Something to think about. Let me know what you think about this in the comments, man. Stay safe, stay easy, stay protected. Get them folk out your circle that ain't supposed to be there. Easier said than done, but it's definitely doable. So do it, man. I'm out.